Hey everybody, it's time for your daily dose of Dr.C. And first on the agenda today, we have a business ad. This is Sean Castellano with his amazing paracord bracelets. So, what this guy does is he makes bracelets out of paracord for $6. If you find him, and you ask him to make you one, go ask him. They look wonderful. He showed me one, and they look very nice. That's Sean Castellano, S-E-A-N Castellano, and he sells them for $6. Just look for Sean, and he'll make you one. So, I have some news for everybody, and everybody should be writing this down. I know this is going to be a long way away, but in 2036, I'm officially saying that I'm running for president. Now, I will be throwing my hat into the ring in 2036, because, one of the requirements I have is, one of the requirements must be is 35 years old, and that's only when I can run. But it doesn't hurt to start running. It doesn't hurt to start throwing your hat in the ring now. I mean, hey, if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson can run for president, I think I can have a shot. Trust me, it's not a joke. He is running for president. But, that's about it. Hey, Chacho for president wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd like you guys to leave in the comments, that thing, how, at the debate, the guy at the podium asks the questions, and then the candidates go over, how they view this, and this. And I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm all for equality. I'm not gonna run this country like a business. I'm not gonna fuck around with the healthcare. Obama, thanks for fucking around with healthcare. I'm not gonna make all these stupid laws and rules and shit. It's gonna be like it was when the beginning guys were writing it. By the people, for the people. That's all it has to be. Because I think that it's become. I think the government has become a joke. So I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna throw my hat into the fucking ring and see where this goes. But again, I feel that the government is coming in a little bit too much into our lives, saying we need to start doing this, and this, and I feel that there should be a little more. I feel that things should be going into a little bit more, but it's to me. I'm hey, Chacho for president, 2036. Spread the word, because hey, I'm Chacho for president. I can fix this. I can make this a lot better, and I'm all hey. Chacho for president, all for equality. But you know what? Let's get down to business. So I'm starting a new segment today, and some of you might remember this one from an old Family Guy episode. You know what really grinds my gears? You know what really grinds my gears? When people get away with shit when other people still have to do it. I mean, a lot of you have seen this, and I can give you one example. So these two students in my gym class, they, as soon as they walked in, they did one lap, and then they disappeared. And the one guy goes, "Hey Matthew, where did they go?" Or "Hey Matthew, have you seen so and so?" I'm like, "No, I haven't seen so and so." He's like, "Could you keep an eye out for him?" I'm like, "Yeah, I will." So I walk around a few times. I look. Still not there. They come back. I just passed the guy from getting my tally. Turns out they were in the hallway, just dicking around. God only knows what. And I said to myself, "Gee, I guess that's how Jacobs runs shit around here." 'Cause I walk back and I tell the guy, "Hey, so-and-so and her friend were just out in the hallway." Yeah, and then he tells me, Yeah, the one told me that she wanted to get into a good college, and I'm like, yeah, she wants to graduate and get into a good college. Yeah, fat chance. Because when people do that kind of shit, they set themselves up to fail. And the one thing I fucking hate is when I have to I have to walk the track, or I have to fucking play this sport, and I see kids sit on their ass in their gym uniform and do fucking nothing. Or I see these kids that aren't dressed or choose to not take a no dress, are sitting around doing fucking nothing. I want to go up to one of them and ask them, "Hey, does your legs hurt? Do your feet hurt? Are you able to walk?" And I want to tell them, "Walk the fucking track. Walk the fucking track. I don't care. Just walk the fucking track." Because if I gotta do something, if I gotta bust my ass while you're sitting there fucking around on your phone because you chose not to no dress, but you're gonna sit there and you're gonna sit there and piss around with everybody else's time, and you're gonna fucking get up and leave, and fucking make everybody worried, or quote unquote some, because I mean the administration don't give a shit. But I mean I'll get onto that later. But you know, people need to start doing shit. You know, and people always tell me, or one of my friends was telling me, you know, people bitch at us for our generation being the lazy generation. Have you seen the adults? I mean, have you just seen some of the adults around here? And they're bitching at us like we're overweight. That's not right. It's just not right. But, you know, enough about that. I mean, hey, people that just sit on their ass and do nothing need to start doing shit. Because I'll give you another example of this too. So I'm walking the track, and I walk around a few times, and there's one guy. I shit you not, he is sitting in between the two pads, and the gym teacher does nothing. I just keep walking the track, and there he is, sitting down, taking a little fucking nap, dicking around on his phone. And I see the gym teacher, and I see every other gym teacher say, "Hey, come on, get up, walk the track." But this kid, throughout the entire fucking class period, I shit you not, throughout the entire fucking class period, sat on his lazy ass and did nothing. And this kid was fully dressed in his gym uniform, but no one except me saw him. I mean, sure, maybe a few other kids, but they didn't want to say anything because they didn't want to piss him off. Well, I'm walking, so does he. I hate it when I have to do something and then fucking people don't. It's like, you ever been in a situation where so and so gets away with something, and when you try to do that exact same thing, you get in trouble? I mean, what the fuck is up with that? I shit you not, what the fuck is up with that? That is so stupid. There should be no double fucking standards. And next I'm going to move on to something that this is a perfect time of day for. Finals. They are a fucking joke. They're a big ass test that shows if you've gotten smarter or dumber, and that's it. To see if the school's been teaching you anything. And that's not funny. That's not fair. Why the fuck? You know, it's a joke to me because it doesn't help. Because all it does is it stresses you guys out. It makes everybody go fucking ballistic. And no one's happy. You're not happy. I'm not happy. The teachers, oh my god, they're not even they don't give a shit. They're not even happy. Because they gotta come, and they gotta sit, and they gotta do, and they just gotta sit there and be quiet. But, you know, they get to read a book. They get to go on their computers. They get to go on their phones. If I wanted to fucking read a book, I'd get my ass kicked out of the fucking test. Oh, boy. You know, to me, I think finals are a joke. I don't think we have to do them. I think it just stresses everybody out, and it does nothing for nobody. You know, another thing that grinds my gears is teachers. They need to get out of this mindset where they need to only they only need to worry about themselves. They need to hear us out, because maybe we're trying to tell them something, and they just something important, and they just don't want to hear it. You know, I know it's the boy who cried wolf scenario, and there's a shit ton of other people besides just me. But you know, say something important did come up and no one listened, and it could have helped a lot of people. Then that, you know, it's ridiculous. And this is one I think most of you guys can relate to. Why do teachers expect us to do reviews and projects and shit and this big shit that takes all the time in the world to do, like these massive projects or these big tasks for us to do? And I know what you guys are all saying, oh, I don't have to do it, but for the ones that do, why do they do it right before finals and not give us, oh, I don't know, about from maybe like the end of November to from the end of November to finals week, or maybe from the beginning of December to finals week to work on these projects? Why? I mean, I know it takes a long time for these kids to get projects done, but what does that do when you give them the fucking deadline it's not even a good deadline to get anything done? You got like 1 week to do this big ass project, and you got all this class time. But say you still need a little more work to do. Say you want to get a perfect grade and you need all the help you can get, but there's just so many amount of times you can interact with the teacher before pissing them off. To me, I feel that we should get the big projects before we go to finals. I mean, seriously, how and why can they do this? And this is for the people at my school who have to, and I feel bad for everybody, and including myself. They got to go into the locker room, because man, I've been in that locker room for the past week and a half. It's fucking freezing in there. I kind of now see why everybody is getting sick, because no one gives a shit about the health. No one gives a shit about what food we eat. And what I mean by what food we eat, I mean it's not healthy choices. I can go in and I can go buy a bag of Funyuns. I can go in and buy a thing of coffee. And I can go in until buy as much ice cream as I want until I get sick and puke. But I can buy as much of it as I want, as long as I can spend $100 on all that. I could take all that food and I could eat it. All I care about is money, because it's not healthy. And the food, to me, it just doesn't seem cooked. The only good thing is the nachos, because it at least tastes halfway decent. But the pizza's okay. I like the pizza. It's cooked. It tastes cooked. But when you get the fish, or when you get the hot dogs, or when you get the other appetite, when you get the burger, it tastes like it was cooked. But then it just sat out there all day, and it was reheated. I mean, I wish there was someone tell me a better way to make it to where the food actually tastes good. Please, someone tell me. Is there a better way? Can there be a better way? Should there be a better way? I'm just, and hey, this is what my podcasts are going to start becoming if people don't start leaving me suggestions. So I'll just start going off on, hey, like I said, what really grinds my gears? I'll just go on for long, I'll go on for long talks like this. Hey, Chacho for president, 2036, or hell, even now. Put me on the poll. Put me on the voting thing. Put me on the registry. If you guys want to know, just ask Chacho what, like the guy, like I said at the beginning, like the guy at the Mediator who asks these questions. I want you guys to be that guy at the podium and ask Chacho, what do you think? What is your stance on so and so, or what is your stance on this, and what is your stance on that? And I'll be genuinely I'll honestly answer it in the next in the podcast. So, hey, vote for me, because I can fix this. I can make it work. I can make it better. I'm not trying to rip off of Trump and make America great again. I'm trying to fix this planet before this generation fucks it up royally. And I went to go visit my doctor the other day, and she told me something very interesting. The younger generations now need bifocals. And what a bifocal is like grandma and grandpa glasses, like fucking the bottle cap, like fucking bottle, like a, what do you call it? What do you call it? The aviate, like the goggle glasses. Because kids are fucking, because these younger generations are on these devices, and it's fucking up their eyes. I mean, it's like, god damn, have we really become that fucking generation that our kids and their kids and their kids and their kids are getting like weaker by the minute? Is that what it's become? I mean, look, this world is shit. Some know it, some don't. I'm just trying to tell you guys what the problems are, and I'm asking for how we can fix it. Because I'm the only one fucking trying. I guess I'm the only one fucking trying. And I don't think that you guys are showing. I don't think that some of you, and you know who you, and I think you might know who you are if you have at least a fucking brain. When you say that you'll support me, I don't think that your support, like, you're saying, oh, I'll give you my 100%, Matthew. I'll give you my 100%. But in actuality, you're only giving me your 10%. And for the ones that give me 100%, for the ones that actually fucking respond, bravo. I'm clapping right now, so hey, give yourselves a pat on the back. For the ones that are always giving me 110% every time, thank you. Because you guys are going to be the ones with me in the Oval Office when I'm running the country, helping me out. And if you'd like to help me run for president and I win, whoever helps me is getting a good job and a nice pay. And I'm not talking about no fucking minimum wage. I'm talking about maybe two-figure wages. Maybe 10 grand. Maybe 50 grand a month. So whoever helps me out might be getting a big pay raise if I run the country. Doesn't that sound like a nice gig? But I do have to say this. Please vote for me in the 2036 election, and let's try to fix this mess before we royally ruin it for ourselves. Thank you, everyone, and good night.